Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us on this Saturday. I'm Rachel Scott in for Whit Johnson. As we come on the air tonight, a major storm bringing winter weather. More than 90 million people bracing for snow, ice, heavy rain, and tornadoes. Dangerous flooding across parts of Virginia. The governor deploying the National Guard. Wise County declared a state of emergency. Flash flood warnings are now in effect for several counties in Kentucky. The National Weather Service issuing a warning for catastrophic flooding in some areas. Mudslides causing evacuations and the closure of a major interstate. And in Mississippi, they are bracing for another round of tornadoes after a twister battered Wayne County earlier this week, leaving a trail of destruction. And high wind alerts are now in effect for more than 86 million people across 22 states from Sunday into Monday. We do have team coverage tonight, but we start with ABC's Faith Abube leading us off from Jackson, Mississippi.
Tonight, the snow, rain, and tornado threat across the country. 90 million people now bracing for extreme weather.
We have flash flood warnings widespread.
Virginia's governor deploying the National Guard tonight as the state is also impacted. Some roads there becoming impassable. Wise County declaring a state of emergency due to ongoing flash flooding. Parts of Buchanan County there underwater. This building almost completely submerged. In the South, Tennessee and Kentucky are at high risk for excessive rainfall, a rare warning by the National Weather Service. Kentucky's governor saying there have been landslides and evacuations in his state. This house in Knox County, Kentucky, surrounded by rushing floodwaters. Tennessee also under flash flood warnings, heavy rain causing the stream to surge over its banks, spilling onto roads. Tonight, there's also a threat of tornadoes for Mississippi, the region just recovering after a damaging EF1 tornado tore through Wayne County this week. The Daytona 500 is also starting their race an hour early tomorrow, anticipating impacts from severe weather. In the Northeast, authorities are preparing for what they expect to be significant snowfall. Snow causing treacherous road conditions in Fulton County, Pennsylvania, causing accidents on the road. Back in the West, parts of California digging out of the muddy mess, some of the areas hit by the devastating Eaton and Palisades fire.
Here we get fire, and also we get this biblical 40 days a night flood, and it inundated any kind of system.
And Rachel, there's an enhanced risk for tornadoes hanging over this area into the late night hours. It could be another sleepless night. We're expecting severe thunderstorms and damaging winds gusting up to 70 miles per hour. Rachel.
Faith, you said it, a sleepless night for those in the South. All right, Faith, thank you. Let's get right to ABC meteorologist Samara Theodore. Samara, time this one out for us.
Well, Rachel, we're anticipating this tornado watch in the south to stick around until at least 10 p.m. tonight Central Time. Robust storms already sweeping across northern Louisiana, parts of Arkansas, and even eastern Tennessee. We'll be seeing heavy rain from the same system. So right now we have significant rainfall that could lead to flash flooding, life-threatening flash flooding through parts of Kentucky. On the northern tier of the same storm, snow falling for parts of upstate New York. We're seeing the transition from wintry weather to rain in New York City. And timing it all out, it looks like this storm system will linger in places like New Hampshire and Vermont as we head through Sunday afternoon. By Sunday night, still tapering off for places like Boston. High wind alerts are also in place lining the East Coast. Rachel?
All right, Samara, tracking it all for us. Samara, thank you. We turn now